Hello and welcome to the podcast, episode 4 of The Secret Chat. You are joined by your three favorite hosts, who actually all of our grandmothers agree we are very handsome.
Yeah,
Yes,
well,
yes, yes. Very,
kinda. I
very,
mean, she's kind of. I
yes.
mean, yeah, yeah.
Depends on the day, but we are here
Handsome.
with myself, Philip. I'm also joined by Matt. Say hello.
Hello.
And Amr. Greetings.
Hello.
Yes. So, little bit of a different. We're gonna change up the podcast a little bit this week just to see how it goes. But we're gonna open up the first 15, I say 15 or 20 minutes to viewer questions. We already have a few
Oh,
questions lined up. So the first question comes from BirdDog6. He's a huge fan of the show. He said, "Hey guys, does Lady Gaga have a penis?" All
so
right.
Very,
is
very good question. Very interesting
Yeah.
question.
so is this just gonna be like the ongoing joke of the week, just
I feel
every
like
week?
Charlie or BirdDog6 is honestly trying to start. He's trying to start an inside joke or an ongoing joke or something right now.
Last week we had the same question, so
Yeah, Get
I mean,
Hazy asked the same exact question,
I
but
I thought we kind of like determined that no,
yeah,
she
well,
does not.
Well, I mean, okay, okay.
that was
So, I mean,
last week. Think about it. A lot can happen in a week.
So you're saying something could have
I mean,
changed?
there is no evidence to confirm that she does not have a penis.
I actually was very curious. I googled, "Does Lady Gaga have a penis?" And we're not actually the only ones who had this question. There's like
Yeah,
red
I remember
circles.
this. I remember this controversy.
Do you remember when was it? When did it come out?
Oh, I mean, when she was really popular. I mean,
She is so
He
popular.
that's
still
when
is popular.
Yeah,
she was no, but like at her peak though. I mean, she's not even close to what she was before.
yeah, that's true.
I mean, when all her like songs like Paparazzi and Poker Face stuff like that came out, that's when people were really
Well, I mean,
But
the
going
woman
contemplating.
has 41 million Instagram followers, and she just had a big crushing hit movie.
going to this in her videos
This is
on
true though, but I
YouTube.
mean, I don't think she's being talked about nearly as much as she was before.
I mean, why are you out to hate Lady Gaga,
Yeah,
Amr?
what's your beef with Lady Gaga? What'd she do to you? What the fuck?
She didn't do anything to me, but you know, if she's got a penis,
Are
then
you jealous of her penis size?
Is
and
that a problem?
I would, you know, I would feel a little bit
Or are you
emasculated,
compensating for something right now, Elmer? Huh?
possibly,
What are you rocking
possibly
right
not.
now? Well, like 2 inches?
I mean, she
Call it three.
does. She recently released a song, and she's got an album coming out this year, sometime soon. So
What
So
are
we
we
may
be
see
on
sponsored
a
by Lady Gaga right
big
now?
resurgence.
be on the
Yeah,
lookout
what
for
are
Lady
you? Do
Gaga's
you
new
suck her
album.
dick? I think you're sucking her dick.
Yeah. Are you in bed with her right now? Do you?
Honestly, I wish. I wish I was with Lady Gaga. I mean, she seems like a very charismatic person.
Yeah, she seems kind of
Charismatic.
very out there. But if you look, if you scroll down, we're actually live right now at twitch.tv/the Secret Chat Podcast. If you scroll down to donations, it says all donations will go to getting Lady Gaga a penis. So you can
If
click
she
that
does not,
link.
in fact, have one right now. I
Yeah,
mean, if she does have one, we'll get her a second one. You know, not to worry. We're gonna put the money to good use.
yeah.
But
Could we get sued for this?
I don't know. I don't think Lady Gaga will even hear about this.
she
I
might.
mean,
She,
we'll look back at it and laugh with Lady Gaga maybe
yo,
one day.
When
sip
we're chilling with her,
on her
she'll be like,
yacht.
"Remember that time?" Yeah.
You remember that time
No,
you
on
guys?
our yacht. She'll be on
Oh,
our yacht.
oh yeah, that's right. Our yacht.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Um, okay.
So we have determined that Lady Gaga does not have a
Mhm.
penis. This
As
Well,
is
of
we.
right now,
one as of right
I,
now. Is this correct?
I
Lies.
but
think
I mean,
so.
she could also have a penis.
Well, we don't. Okay, okay.
We
Well,
don't know. I mean,
this is what we need to have. This is what needs to happen.
Philip,
What do you
Philip,
think her
Philip,
body count is?
reach out to her marketing team and find out for next week.
Okay, I'll send her a business email or something. But what do you think Lady Gaga's body count is right now? What are we looking at?
I don't know. I think she has a husband.
A husband?
so
So, who is her husband famous? Who's she married to?
I don't know. I mean,
Mr. Gaga.
she has had two spouses
Two
as
spouses.
of now.
Billy, shut up. Your sister's hot.
2 spouses. Okay.
Okay, so
I
if
mean,
we can like maybe start like a grassroots movement. Okay, I'm sorry, Billy, but uh, we can get in contact with maybe her husband or something, and
Or
then see if
if he is
I think
he's
this is a
gay.
little oversaturated here.
you think we're milking it too much.
I think we're milking this Lady Gaga topic a little too much, but
Okay, all right, we'll move on. We'll move on to the next question. Uh,
Bring this up again in the future if need be.
okay.
The
S-
topic develop.
respect to Lady Gaga.
yeah, we respect Lady Gaga, and if she wants a penis, we 100% support it.
If
Love you.
not, we support that too. You
Yeah,
know,
even if you don't want it, but all donations will go to getting Lady Gaga penis. Just saying.
Regardless,
Regardless. Our next question comes from George. He says, "Hey guys, I have a very small penis." Okay, a lot of penis talk, but he says, "I have a very small penis and I'm gay." Okay, well, we support you,
it's
George.
interesting.
Yeah, well, even if
Yeah,
you are
we
gay, we
support.
do support you. But he says, "Hey guys, do you think aliens will show up in the next 5 years? And if so, what will their intentions be?"
I don't know. I think it's kind of like with what's going on now with like the UFOs here and there. That's all we'll see. I don't think
I
there
don't
would be
know,
any
man. It's
major developments in aliens in the next 5 years.
well,
It's
you
too
don't know
soon.
that.
Well,
It's too soon.
We had probably if not the biggest development, one of the biggest, if not the biggest development recently. So I mean, what's
Fair
to say
enough.
that we won't get more and more extreme developments? Maybe to the
Honestly,
point that
like
we actually encounter them.
Amr, I think this will go two ways. They will look at our year so far and be like, "Dang, they're having a horrible year over there. Should we
Do you think they
go
would
greet
attack
them?"
us?
I'm not saying attack, but an alien encounter would either make or break our year.
2020's been pretty shit so far, but if aliens came down,
I feel like that
Re-
would kind of compensate for a
yeah,
lot of
that
I
the.
would
mean,
definitely compensate.
regardless if it was an invasion or just like a kind of like a peaceful transition or something, just I don't know.
But
Oh, would you all like socialize? I mean, would you get an alien girlfriend or alien friend? I mean, what would you do about that?
I mean, I'd be open to anything.
do you think? Are you
I
saying
think it's important to stay open.
the aliens would come down as like a business and they'd offer to sell us girlfriends
I'm
or
not
like
saying that maybe
maybe
they
like
just find
sex
us
dolls?
attractive. Maybe they just
I
think
mean,
we're really sexy and they
I
want to
mean,
just
I don't
meet
know.
with
It's
us.
kind of
I don't
weird.
know. They may have like
I mean,
they
aliens
may want
are
to
aliens,
trade with
so it
us
could
or
be weird.
something.
Maybe the aliens will cure Corona.
Maybe
Very
they're looking
true.
down here and maybe we are part of a grander alien civilization and they just leave us as like a kind of primitive civilization just to watch us develop and learn from us and study us.
Oh, so we're
I was about to
like
say
their
that.
ant farm or something.
Exactly.
I was about to say they might want to do like a immigrant exchange program. Like they take a few of us, we take a few of them.
Is that
Yeah,
what
I
they're
mean,
Figure
doing?
things
I would
out.
go study abroad in wherever.
Study Is that what they're doing
And
when they take when you get captured by aliens? The UFO comes and it rises you up into the spaceship. Is that just like an exchange program?
I
I
think
mean,
so.
I think that's just them taking us, not an exchange.
Oh, that's in the like. Okay, I see.
Okay, do you guys think that aliens are among us today?
Negative.
Mm, yeah, that's a little far fetched.
I agree with Matt on that.
Ronald Reagan did say during his presidency that aliens were among us.
He said that.
Yeah, and that could be interpreted as on Earth or in the universe,
Does he mean
but
like
he
illegal
did say that.
aliens?
He could have.
I mean, I guess I agree if
But I
illegal
mean,
aliens are among
you
us.
could
Yes.
interpret that statement in the way that
Um,
aliens are
wait,
among us.
we have a question in the chat. Vietnam pilot says XAA-12 is actually a cyborg and he is the first AI baby. What do you think of that?
Oh, it's Elon Musk's baby.
Elon Musk's
Like
newly
that
born
poor
baby
kid,
as of
man.
yeah. I don't
Huh.
I
know.
don't know, man.
What do you guys think of the name?
I
He's
think
just. I mean,
he's
I think.
being a terrible father.
I don't know. I think I don't mean
I
to
think he's no, no,
dick
no.
ride
Look
dick
at it this way.
I don't mean to dick ride Elon, but I think he's like onto something here. Like
What do you mean?
we're evolving.
We're
That's
not
what I was
like
about to say.
Like
Who said? Somebody said that it's a Mars name, not an Earth name. And I mean, that kind of makes sense if he's thinking ahead like that.
I
oh,
mean,
so
he
this is
just
like
came out.
he's ahead of the curve.
Exactly.
But
mean,
still, he's being a terrible freaking father.
The baby was just born. How's he being a terrible
He's
father?
being that baby is going to be
Dude,
bullied.
that
Not
name.
I don't know, man.
he's already memes about that baby.
Like,
Very true.
geez.
Well, I mean, I just still don't know what he's up to. I mean, he
Dude,
just came out with a truck that looks nothing like a truck.
I
And
think
he's
it looks
saying
pretty
it's
cool, honestly.
I
yeah, I
mean,
like
yeah,
I
it
it.
like
looks
the
pretty
design of
cool, but like, I mean, is he like preparing us for an inevitable time of leaving Earth or something?
Is Elon Musk going to lead us into the future? I think so.
That's what I'm
Or
saying.
maybe his son or the new wait, is the baby a girl or a boy?
It's a boy.
Well, maybe his boy will lead us into the future, into space.
Very possible. I
There
mean,
seems to
he's
be a
probably
there
probably
seems
more intelligent than us three combined
I must say
already.
his IQ,
Right
he's
out of
got
the room,
very high
the womb,
IQ, big dick
probably.
energy.
How
And
would it be to have Elon Musk as your father? That'd be a fucking weird childhood.
be a very strange childhood.
I mean, he's probably around a lot, but like he doesn't know how to like give love and affection. I don't know.
I'm not even
I
sure
mean,
if he'd be around a lot. I mean, he works all the
Yeah.
time.
Your first car would definitely be a Tesla though. That'd be nice.
that would be pretty cool.
Maybe your first car would be like a rocket ship or something.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he's got another 16 years till he turns 16.
Jeez, can you
Yeah,
imagine
rocket
16
license.
Look how far we've come since like 2010. Like imagine 16 years from now with Elon
Yeah,
Musk
it's
in all the
Leading
crazy
the
stuff
way.
going on. And how do you even pronounce his baby's name? XEA whatever.
XA12, I don't know. I mean,
XC A12.
Like our future is gonna be such a meme.
Grimes posted a tweet of like the meaning of the name,
Yeah.
and she was like, X is the unknown variable. AE is my elven spelling of AI, love and or artificial intelligence, and A12 is the precursor to SR17 or 71.
It's our favorite.
Our favorite. It's their favorite. No weapons, no defenses, just speed. Great in battle, but non-violent. It's like a ship
It's
or
a.
something.
I mean, it's
Plane.
an eloquent kind of explanation as to why they named him that. But I mean, come on, like,
And then the A stands for Archangel, my favorite song, Metal Rat. So,
jeez.
what a name.
I think Elon Musk this is very unmapped territory for him, and I can't wait to see where this goes. But going back to George's question, I don't think we answered it fully, but he said, if so, if aliens did show up in the next 5 years, what would their intentions be?
Their intentions.
Yeah.
Maybe like I said earlier, an exchange program or like a exchange of goods. Like we may have something they want.
What could we possibly
Well, then
have?
why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they just take it? Because
Yeah.
we are obviously outgunned when we can't even keep up with their scout
We're
craft. I mean,
literally
that's just
fighting amongst ourselves. Like we're like
yeah. Like, if
I mean,
there's one thing that would unite us, it's this. But it doesn't matter.
they could have like be missing something that we have and they don't. Like, I mean, do you really want to start a war over like maybe like a pineapple and some beer or something? You know?
I feel like maybe they would really like our culture, like our Hollywood culture and stuff. I feel like
Yeah,
aliens
they
would
would
like
come
that.
to the movie theaters.
I feel like
Be
they
like,
like
bro,
Yeah.
the
these
Marvel movies or
human people
something.
are funny. Like,
Yeah. They maybe come
look at this
study our
monkey.
comedy.
Look at this monkey, motherfuckers. Look at all
Like,
these
do they
apes,
do they have
primates.
popcorn in their alien worlds? Like, who
Like
knows?
they think Will Ferrell is like a genius.
Do you think
Very
Rick and
well could
Morty is
be.
an accurate representation?
Ooh,
I
yeah.
mean, there's a lot of aliens on Rick and Morty, so I
I
mean,
mean,
I
I
don't
kind of
know.
want a Plumbus. Like, I feel like I need it now.
You think?
I mean, I think you can buy one as of now.
But I want a real Plumbus, like on a genuine
A
Plumbus.
genuine one, like from the show.
Yeah.
Someone to make you one.
Not from the show, from real life.
Like flesh.
Like a real
Plumbus.
plumbus from the real plumbus factories.
Okay. I mean, when you find one, let me know.
Yeah.
All right, I'll sell them on Earth. Black market plumbus dealer.
How much would you charge for a plumbus?
Probably 15 schmeckles.
What does that equate to in dollars?
Probably like $5 or
Square root of
something.
15 times 3 times 2700.
You're not making any
divided
sense,
by
Armor.
Yeah, my brain
69.
is exploding. You're not being funny.
Yeah, be funny,
Well, I mean,
Armor.
this is the business of plumbus is complex, you know.
No, it's not.
It
Yeah,
is.
Birdog 6 says
Are
be
you a
funny.
plumbus dealer?
All right, let's
I'm not your
move on to our
plug.
next topic.
All right, yeah, moving on to the next viewer question. James asks, what do you think about the Battle of Los Angeles? Or
That kind of
Watch the
relates
movie.
back to the alien question. I mean,
well,
it
it's
seems like
actually
we have
a big
moved a
theme.
week up. We have moved up a week and still have retained the topic of aliens for this
Yeah, a
week.
big
So
theme is aliens, but I want to mention that James he put not the movie, he actually meant
Battle of Los
like the act, like
Angeles.
literally go back in history and look at
The
like
Japanese
1942 or
attack.
something. Yeah, like right after Pearl Harbor when like tensions were very, very, very high.
The Great Los Angeles Air Raid, you mean?
Yeah, that one where everyone was like going kind of crazy.
I mean,
Jeez,
I
man.
don't know much about it. We might have to delay that question for next week.
Well, James actually is in the chat right now, but he said people did think it was aliens. I think it was right after Pearl Harbor, and so everyone was kind of
Okay.
scared about like a different attack coming. So there was actually a Japanese ship attacked like an oil factory or something. There were no casualties and it was very, very, very minor, but like nothing really came about it. But after that, tensions were very high. So like there was like a weather balloon or something, and so everyone would like one person would shoot at it and be like, oh my god, there's a weather balloon, and like your neighbor would go get his gun and he starts shooting at it. So there was like this mob
Oh my
mentality.
god.
So everyone started like shooting at it, and there was just utter chaos.
Yeah, I mean, in the military too, like they were just freaking out. They just let
Seems like
loose
seems like an
so much
overreaction.
anti-aircraft fire. Yeah.
Birdog6, we're live at twitch.tv/the Secret Chat Podcast. He said 5 parentheses 3 in car accidents, 2 of heart attacks. So yeah, I guess conventionally there weren't really many deaths, but there were 3 deaths due to car accidents and 2 due to heart attacks.
Seems to be an overreaction by the people of Los Angeles.
Yeah, it seems like really the panic induced the death.
Yeah,
You know,
it seems
so
like people were just getting trampled or something.
yeah.
Like, I mean, someone like looked up in the sky and saw the balloon or whatever and literally just had like a heart attack.
It's like that
And then
Simpsons
like
clip of old man yells at the cloud.
Well,
Okay, so we have some more viewer questions. Get Hazy
Wow.
One asks, what hole does SpongeBob poop out of?
Jeez, that's a very loaded question.
That's a very interesting question.
Well, I've never actually seen SpongeBob or anybody actually in the show poop. Have you guys?
honestly,
I'm not sure. I mean, is there a poop
no.
episode?
I'm sure it just like you can just choose. I don't
Do you
know.
think it like oozes out like when you squeeze a sponge, all the water kind of seeps out? Do you think?
Stop.
Do you
Can we move
think?
on?
Do you
Can we
think when
move
you
on?
squeeze the sponge, like all the poop just kind of oozes out?
Yeah, the question has been answered. Let's
I mean,
move on.
he does eat the food. I mean, you know, he is a fry cook. I mean, I assume he tries his burgers.
Yeah.
He's a sponge. He does not poop. I mean, that makes pretty.
Have you haven't
that's-
you don't know that.
I mean, it's open
I'm
for
just kidding.
interpretation as usual.
Yeah, I think a sponge in real life doesn't actually poop, because there are sea sponges.
Well, how do they
I
even
don't
poop?
Alright.
I don't know. You know,
All right.
I'm
So a sponge
not
does not
informed.
have a nervous, digestive, or circulatory system.
Well,
So
he was
there's your answer.
SpongeBob was made after a human. He seems to be represented as a human, kind of, with his arms and his legs and his
I
little
don't know,
tie.
man.
Come
I don't
on.
know. I mean, it's open for interpretation as usual.
It's
Okay,
really
well,
sad, man.
let's
I mean,
interpret it.
all the other people in Bikini Bottom can take a shit. Like Squidward, I'm sure takes shits.
I'm sure he takes
Yikes.
fat, steamy ones.
Yeah, and Patrick, I mean, you know Patrick, he eats cheeseburgers at 3 a.m. So like, I mean, he's probably
Oh
got some.
boy, 3 a.m.
Okay, we're you can move on to the next question. Dilly Bun. Oh, actually, he was a guest star on the last episode. Check it out. Does anyone on this podcast know how to fix a scuff? What is a
Well,
scuff?
Yeah,
it's the
is that
scuff controller. What's wrong with the controller?
Oh,
What's
is this
going on?
about the fucking controller? I'm sorry, Dylan. This is not the time or place.
yeah. We're moving on. Let's move on to our discussion topics of today.
Yeah. All right. Actually, I wanted to talk about this. Nigeria's. I saw an article today. It was actually released today, and the headline was Nigeria sentenced a man to death by hanging via a Zoom call. So, like, what we've been entering our classes with, Nigeria just sentenced a man to death by hanging with. Like, they
That's
literally
pretty
use Zoom.
rough. Like,
Yeah.
was he like in jail or something?
He, like, killed his, like, grandma. Let me find the link, but let me find it. Hold up. Um, I think he killed his grandma or something. And a
I
lot of
mean,
people are saying it's very inhumane to sentence a man to death via like a freaking FaceTime or Skype call or something. Like, imagine your life.
yeah, like you can't like. It's not really open for discussion. It's just like you're sentenced to death from basically a phone call. You know.
Yeah. And imagine like
I mean,
Nelk or something. Like someone gets the link and they spread it to like Nelk or something. And they come in, they're like, "Mom, shut up! I'm trying to watch this video." And like this man's getting sentenced to death.
he's like, hey, who is this?
Hello,
What are you doing?
hello, please leave.
Um, no, but I think it could be quite innovative. I mean, you know, you're
Inno-
avoiding the spread of COVID.
Innovative.
Innovative.
We're
What do you mean?
avoiding. Just hear me out. Hear me out. I got to play devil's advocate here. You know, you got to look at the point of the Nigerians. You know, and the princes that give all the people the money.
All right,
But
fair enough.
so they, you know, the prince doesn't want to go outside. He doesn't want to get infected. You know, he's got to keep sending his checks to people. And he's like, you know what? Why not just call this dude on Zoom and tell him he's gonna die tomorrow? I mean, why not? You know, instead of going up to his house and
This
risking
is a
infection.
person's life, though.
Yeah, I
I
mean, like
think
it's
he
not like
deserves a little more respect.
it's it's just a Zoom call. It's not like he gets trial or anything. You know.
I
Well,
mean,
let me
I
find the
think he
link
did get a
actually.
trial, but
I
they
do.
give him the news.
The
Did
last,
he give?
but can we also talk about how Nigeria is still hanging people? Like it's 2020. Like what the hell are you doing?
I mean,
Yeah,
just
I
throw
mean,
him
you
in
should.
jail. I mean, trying to like make the earth a better place, less people, you know, kind of thing. Less people in jail.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. It saves money.
So the guy's name was Hamid. Hamid had pleaded not guilty to killing 76-year-old.
See, not guilty.
Yeah,
He got
he
pleaded
pleaded
not
not
He
guilty.
guilty.
pleaded.
He pleaded not
Yeah,
guilty. But then
yeah.
they sentenced him to be hung via fucking Zoom call. And like,
Jesus.
imagine the audio like not working. Like, hey, can you guys see me? Can you guys see me? Yeah,
Yeah. Hello, hello.
hello,
Yes, you die tomorrow.
hello.
Hamid, Habibi.
Hamid, I'm sorry. Okay, next question.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. See you tomorrow.
I'm sorry we could not
Or
come to the
not.
courthouse today.
Yeah.
I can't
No, but I mean,
imagine them doing something like this in America, you know?
Using a Zoom call.
I mean, yeah, for like, I mean, well, America actually is doing like court cases through Zoom, apparently. I don't know.
But
Or some,
sentencing a man to death,
yeah, that's a little much.
like, will a lighter sentence be like FaceTime or something or Skype? or like
Yeah, I mean,
There
they,
you,
they
a
really they
Snapchat
really
call.
punished him by forcing him to use Zoom. Like,
Yeah, you have to create an account and everything. It's kind of annoying.
yeah, I mean, like they made him create an account to see his own death sentence. Like,
Yeah, like he had to
think about
verify
that.
his email.
It's like, God, dude, God.
He's like, as he's verifying his email, a single tear drops from his eye.
Yeah, it's a
well,
sad story.
he murdered his grandma, so
Well, he pleaded not guilty.
he possibly could have murdered his grandma.
Yeah, so it's open to interpretation, like everything on this freaking podcast.
So, let's hope he did not murder his grandma.
Rest in peace, Grandma of Hamid. We hope you were
Rest
not
in peace.
murdered. If anyone knows Hamid's grandma and if she's still alive, get her on the podcast.
I
We'd
don't
We'd
I
love
love
to
don't
to
talk
think
to her,
know.
it's
get her
I don't
side of the
think she
story.
is alive. I think it's just like he pleaded not guilty to her death. Like she apparently died somehow. So,
Okay, I see.
R.I.P. Grandma.
R.I.P. Grandma. I also saw something. Let me go back. Matt, did you have a link you wanted to talk about?
A link?
Or an article or something?
Yes. So in actually like this week's news, the Asian giant hornets have arrived to
Oh
the
God.
United States, or as known as the murder hornets. These things are very huge. Like they're like 2 inches, and that's like bigger than like
Like
the
they
normal one.
fit in like
Yeah,
palm, like they take up the palm
yeah.
of your hand basically.
It's as big as your thumb,
Like
apparently.
that's terrifying.
Like if
And
I saw something like that flying at me, I probably
dude,
would run
I would
inside and
run and
never
freak out
come
like a
come
girl.
back outside.
So we got like
Quarantine for two
more Asian
purposes.
tourists coming in. They're like,
Yeah, they killed us once with COVID. Now with the wasps.
the second wave. Imagine humanity getting extinct to a bunch of killer wasps.
Dude,
I'm
that would be terrifying.
It's like that
Like,
movie. What's that movie called?
what
what
movie? What are you
movie?
talking
Yeah,
about?
you gotta be more specific.
It's like a meme. It's like, do your part. I did my part.
Mm, I need more.
Never mind. Continue.
Well,
I'll try to find it.
I'm looking at a chart right here
But
of like all bees and wasps like combined, like comparing the size, and this thing is literally like double or triple the size of
Oh,
any.
Starship Troopers.
and also like these things, they kill dozens of people every year in Asia. And the person who discovered them in America and Washington State, he was wearing a beekeeper suit, and they would pierce the suit, and they would cause him intense burning pain. He said it felt like a hot thumbtack
Oh,
was
they
pushed
could
through his
get through
skin.
the suit?
Yeah, their
Yeah.
stingers are
What?
gigantic. I mean, they're
So
really packing.
Wait, sorry. What
even
was the
though
size of them again?
like 2 inches, like the size of your thumb,
Oh, so the size of what
They're
armor's
big, they're
rocking?
wide, and
just look up a picture or something.
about the same size as my dick.
What armor's rocking?
All right, so this says that more people die of honeybee stings in the United States than die annually and globally from these murder hornets. About like 60 to 80 people die from um, allergic reactions to honeybee stings in the United States, but only about 40 people die per year in Asia, mostly in Japan,
But
from
you have to
reactions to the giant hornet stings. But still, like,
but you have to look at it like this because most of these deaths that are from the giant hornets are like swarms of them attacking
yeah,
people. It's not
like
just like one
That's
bee that
so
stings you,
yeah,
you
scary.
know.
Jesus.
like, and it's still a big concern because, like, you don't want these things coming to the States and just like picking the United States as their next home,
Yeah,
and like
that would
Like I
building
don't
colonies everywhere and whatnot.
I don't want to go outside. Like right now, my parents are building like gardens and they're about to plant a lemon tree. Like I don't want to walk outside to go pick up some kale and like get attacked by a swarm of hornets.
yeah. So
Maybe the
he died outside picking
Oh
the
my god.
kale.
Jesus.
mm,
The hornets caught
Well,
him.
I mean, maybe my body will like decompose and kind of help the garden. So I guess I'm
Yeah,
kind of giving back to Mother
like
Nature in a
it's
way.
like a it's like a win-win situation there.
Yeah.
I mean, you escape your troubles and you help your garden.
Yeah.
maybe the chickens will protect you.
Yeah. So my parents are talking about getting chickens. So please donate so I do not have to live with chickens.
I like chicken.
I
Yeah,
mean,
well,
chicken is delicious, but do you want to just live with a bunch of
I
chickens
don't want
and
to
like
hear a rooster crow at like 5 a.m.
I'd love to have. I'd love to just cuddle up to my pet chicken in the morning. He
Yeah,
walks,
Albert, you
sits
wake
on
up
my
at like
bed.
3 o'clock, so I mean, it wouldn't be too good for you.
yeah, Armor.
Then I'd break his neck and eat him.
Jeez.
Harsh.
We could get John Fom on the podcast.
Yeah,
John Fom knows a lot
He
about
has
chickens.
he has chickens.
Yeah.
he has a chicken farm, so I mean, could ask him about his experience.
But as of now, they seem to be a very minor
They're
have a
just more
minor
of like a
influence.
inconvenience, sort of.
As
Yeah,
of
so
right
was
now, but
Corona.
a little more than a minor inconvenience, Almer.
Yeah, we'll
But
see. If they spread across the entire United States, that would be pretty terrifying.
If we have to quarantine again, I'm gonna kill myself.
We probably will, man.
yeah,
If once Corona dies down and then next up, now it's murder hornets, and then we have to
I mean,
quarantine again.
2020
Yeah,
I mean,
strikes again.
we've had something bad happen just about every month of the year so
yeah.
far. So I
Instead
mean,
of the meme calendar, it's like the,
what
the
has happened this year that's horrible?
what is yeah, what's horrible
Did
happening
you
this month?
Speaking of horrible, did you guys see what the Black Mirror creator said?
They said that the world is too grim and to make more episodes, right?
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
essentially he's saying that 2020 is so grim that he can't top it, so there's no point.
Are you serious?
It's basically, I mean, he didn't say that, but he
So
said
like
that it is
as of
too
right
grim
now,
right now for him to release something.
yeah, as of right now, they're not going to be making anything new.
So we're
Yeah,
like living in Black Mirror.
yeah, basically.
Congratulations, guys! We
How's it
landed our
feel to
first
be
TV show.
how's it feel to be produced by Netflix?
Pretty weird. Expecting a bigger budget.
Yeah.
You're running pretty low in cash right now. I'm sure.
Yeah, Netflix
Another
didn't give
reason,
me shit.
another reason to donate down below.
But then Lady Gaga will get a penis if you
and
do it. I
maybe
mean,
and maybe whatever's left can go to Amr and Philip's fund.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I can finally escape these chickens. Do
The
not want.
Hornets.
Yeah, and these freaking hornets. Like if I see a swarm of just bzzz coming down my road.
Just
Anyways,
hit him with your car.
Yeah.
there are scientists working tirelessly to eradicate these hornets as of right now. So hopefully they get rid of them.
Do you think we'll have to like walk around in giant plastic balls,
Well, I mean, I'm
like
surprised we're
hamster
not doing
balls?
that already.
Yeah.
I'm
Like
and I'm also. I mean, they could probably penetrate those as well.
penetrate.
I mean, they might be intelligent. You know, they could maybe come together and like use their stingers to cut a hole in the ball
Well, I
and then
mean,
just kill you.
the bees. Have you seen the thing about the bees making a ball around these hornets and cooking them to death?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Wait,
That's so
what?
cool.
So the bees to combat these hornets because they're literally murdering all the bees by cutting their heads off and feeding them to their
Yeah,
babies.
it's
That's
terrifying.
sick.
They're like
The
serial
bee
killers.
the bees are forming a ball around the hornets or a few of the hornets at a time, I assume. I don't know, but they're
It's like
heating
one.
up.
It's like one hornet and there's like 10 bees on it.
Yeah, so they like
Just like
basically just like
numbers.
they just cook the hornet inside a
Yeah,
ball
I think
from
they
like
like.
energy or whatever
Yeah, I think they like flap their wings really fast all together,
and just
and they
produce
cook
it.
him and kill him.
It's apparently like 115 degrees and just cooks out the hornet and it dies.
Yeah.
That's a
But
terrible
also,
way to go.
well, I
Well, I mean,
mean,
they are cutting. They are. There's like they like come with like 20, and they just come in the hive and slaughter everything.
yeah, like 20 hornets will slaughter like thousands of bees. Like it's
Yeah.
pretty gruesome.
It's like
So
they
there's like a
take one, cut
huge
his head off.
war
Take
going
one,
on
cut his
right
head off.
now.
Yeah. I mean, we don't even know about the insect wars,
It's
man.
like Bug's Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Or Ant Life. What was
apparently,
that movie, Ant Life?
ant life,
Ants,
Ants.
ants,
Ants. It was like
ants,
the
and
ants
Bugs
versus
Life.
like the bees or something.
Yeah.
but
Bugs Life was
Bug's Life
wasn't
was
that versus the crickets?
I
I
like
don't
Bug's
remember.
Life.
There's still a few between that.
And also apparently if one of these things are in your yard and you kill it, apparently the other wasps can smell the dead hornet, like, or something. I don't know, and they will like migrate to wherever that hornet died and avenge its death or something. So
So are
we
you
have
guys
that to
People
look forward to as well.
bee gang or are you guys hornet gang?
Definitely
definitely
bee
B
gang.
gang. Definitely B
I'm
gang. I
bee
like
gang.
honey. Hornets
Guys,
are just assholes.
yeah, I was shoveling dirt earlier today. For God knows why, but I saw a hornet on my mom. Actually, it was a wasp. Yeah, we're wasps in this, but it was a wasp. I associate wasp and hornets as like the same kind of.
Yeah, I mean they're pretty
Yeah, they're
similar.
pretty similar,
They're
but
just like
I
annoying.
don't
Like,
know.
what purpose do they even serve?
I don't even know. Just
I think they kill some other annoying bugs. I mean, all of them. I'm not even sure, but I think some. I think the mosquito is the only one that doesn't actually contribute to anything. It's just a parasite, essentially.
Wait, a mosquito is?
Yeah.
Well, can we
I
just
mean,
like hire humans to do this? Can we just have like a business of this?
just to kill bugs,
I
Yeah.
mean we have
Just-
that.
then all our plants would die.
Well, I mean that's why they spray in certain areas and spray pesticides to
Oh
kill the
wait, so
bugs
this
and not
business
the
already
plants.
exists.
Yes, it does. I think you're behind on the times.
I'm sorry, I just came out of the Middle Ages, guys.
Have you never had pest control like come to your house, or have you never been to Lowe's to pick up some pest control spray to spray your
No,
yard?
no, I've actually have. Yeah, have you guys seen that truck driving around Greenville that like has a huge hornet on there?
I have not.
Uh,
I mean,
Are they spreading the hornets?
I was about to say, is this guy carrying around the
Is
hornets,
he the
releasing them?
patient zero?
Sabotaging America.
We're good.
Sounds awful. But anyways, that's all I had on the murderous hornets. Hopefully they stay away from North Carolina.
Do you think North Carolina would, if North Carolina ever seceded against like every other state was totally destroyed, like taken over by hornets? Do you think North Carolina could defend against hornets?
I mean, we could put like a gigantic like bubble around, or like like in The Simpsons when they put the gigantic dome around their city. We could put like a dome around North
I
Carolina.
mean, I think our population is heavily armed enough. I mean, if you just walk outside and shoot a couple of bullets into them, I mean,
I
Yeah,
I don't
mean,
we're
know.
very heavily armed.
you'd have to be very accurate to hit one of these hornets. I'd love to see it, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think
What
we
do you
could
think
do
the
it.
IQ of these hornets are? Like 7, at least, or at the
Maybe,
most?
I think maybe like 9.
Or are they more of like a hive mind?
Definitely a hive mind.
Definitely hive mind. Yeah, that's
Okay.
definitely seems more appropriate. Do they even have brains?
What
I
even
don't
is a
know.
brain?
They look very scary. I assume they have something going on in the little small bee wasp hornet head.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about Bigfoot? Do you think
Is
Bigfoot
is
exists?
is this your topic, Amr? Bigfoot?
It
Nice
is.
segue. Bigfoot. Well, I'm a huge fan of the game. I actually have many hours in it. Check it out on Steam. But Bigfoot, I don't. I think it's just a bunch of nonsense, in my opinion.
I don't know. The photos are kind of, you know, I've seen one, like the famous photo of Bigfoot.
Yeah, he's like, kind of like his butt's out, and he's like turning
Yeah,
around,
he's
like,
like
He's like
walking.
looking back if you're like
Yeah.
staring or
yeah,
something.
he's like, don't look at me, haha, stop.
What? But I mean, there's plenty of articles, plenty of things about Bigfoot. I think there's definitely a higher chance of there being Bigfoot than there is aliens. Back on the alien topic here.
Is
So
No,
alien
I think
just like
there's
a
a bigger
theme of the
chance that there's
podcast?
aliens.
Wait, would you
it,
say there's a bigger chance of Bigfoot or aliens?
Bigfoot.
You think there's a bigger chance of Bigfoot? Are you
I
serious?
mean, I think it's pretty plausible that there's a.
There's a way bigger chance of
I
aliens than Bigfoot.
I don't know, an ape-like man kind of thing, just
No,
walking around
Well,
the
okay. Well, why
mountains.
can't we have both?
no. I
I mean,
think
I'm not.
there's
Maybe the aliens are interested in Bigfoot. Maybe that's why they came.
I don't
aliens are
know.
interested in Bigfoot. I definitely think that it's more plausible to say aliens exist rather than
Okay,
Bigfoot. Matt,
I will agree with you on that, saying that there's definitely something out there compared to just like one side, like a sighting of Bigfoot.
yeah,
Like space is gigantic, enormous. So
never ending. So I've heard.
yeah. So I mean, there definitely is a. I'd say there's a bigger chance of aliens existing, but going back to what they said about in the next 5 years, I think there's a bigger chance of finding Bigfoot than aliens in the next 5 years.
Oh, my girlfriend's actually in the chat right now. Natalie Cristiano. Hey, what's up, girl?
So
Anyways,
so there has been over 3,000 sightings, 3,313 reports over 92 years. The of them are concentrated on the West Coast, and there's some spread out between there and the East Coast. It's mostly on either the East Coast or the West Coast, but mostly on the West Coast.
like California West Coast or like
Like mostly
Washington.
Washington, Northern California,
That's a bunch of cringe.
Montana.
I mean,
That's no way. That's a bunch of cringe. Come on.
I thought you
I've
were a big fan of the Bigfoot.
Yeah,
I'm a
what's
big
going on?
fan.
I think
I'm a big fan of the idea of a Bigfoot, but I've never been outside and I've never seen a Bigfoot, so I don't believe.
I
so.
mean,
What about the Sasquatch sightings all over the world? You know, in Russia and all those other places in China.
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 I
No,
think
but I don't know. Could be a thing. Could be a thing.
If Bigfoot
I'm not.
ever decides to come out and just come
I'm
out with
leaving
it
the door
already,
open for him.
yeah. Like if Bigfoot is out there, please come on our podcast. We would
I mean,
love to promote you.
I think really he's just a really hairy dude,
Yeah, honestly.
and he's just like super ashamed of it, so he went to go live in the woods,
I was about to
He's
say,
see
probably
what
other
if this
bullied
animals.
guy
since he was a
just,
child.
yeah, like this guy was probably just a little, like more hairier than the average person, and by the time he spent a lot of time out in the woods, he amassed tons of hair all over his body, so he just kept it and never returned to the civilization.
So,
Just,
where do you think he's living right now?
I mean, who knows?
Probably L.A.
LA.
LA
He's just chilling in LA with his Hawaiian shirt.
in
I
the
mean,
woods, in
rumor
the
has it
woods
he
of
was
LA.
Chewbacca.
Do you think he
I'm,
I mean, Disney's really powerful. I mean, they could have just found him and were like, dude, we got a role for you. You want to come in, audition, and all he had to do was, make a couple Chewie noises, and
he's
I
living
mean,
one of our viewers says Natalie Cristiano says he's living in Grifton. Which side of the tracks do you think he lives on?
probably the wrong side.
Probably the wrong side of the tracks.
all right, this has got to stop. I've been compared to a serial killer, an alien, and now Bigfoot.
Wait, is Matt? Are you Bigfoot?
I think Natalie might like you, Matt. She's
Matt,
kind of negging you there.
Natalie kind of likes you, I think.
The Natalie system, it's like a thing.
I am everything. Any topic that we have
Matt is omnipresent.
redirects to me.
Yes. A big theme on this is mystery. This podcast is mystery.
I mean, that's why we're talking about aliens and Bigfoot. I mean,
Yes, James has to update the artwork.
Natalie Cristiano says he gets my nipples hard.
all right, we gotta cut this
Yeah, we
cut
gotta
this
cut this
out.
off. What is going on right now?
All right, Bigfoot. These are my last words on this topic. I think he's real.
Bigfoot, I think it's a bunch of bullshit.
I mean, he could just be regular man that has gone crazy and
Matt,
decided
shut
that
up.
he's gonna
It's
live
just a
in the
bunch of
woods.
hysteria. You're stupid.
I well, you're over here talking about aliens, so I
Aliens
mean,
are real. Don't at me. You're
I'm
stupid,
adding
Matt.
you.
Don't at me.
All right, sorry, Bigfoot. If you're out there, I'm sorry, you're not real.
I think
I go back on what I
I
said.
think he's real.
Amr,
I want
shut
him to
up.
be real.
He's not real.
I love Bigfoot. If he's out
Amr
there,
has a thing for
Bigfoot,
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot, if you're out there, your big feet, you know what
Bigfoot,
that
if
means?
you're out there, I will be your agent. I will represent you. I will get you on Instagram. I will get you on the social media. I
I
will
will
be
walk
your guy.
around.
We will
I
shave
will
you and make
We
you
will make
a
you
presentable
presentable.
man.
make
Yes.
We
you
will
a
get you some
star.
interviews. We will get you out on Hollywood.
Uh, strategy suggested by one of our viewers, Natalie, is to go into the foothills of Alaska and walk around bellowing with the bottom of your lungs, and he will come. She said.
Ooh, Bigfoot.
I think that could be a good strategy. Beef jerky also works. You've seen the commercials.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
Bigfoot is
he's in those commercials. I mean, that's
yeah.
Bigfoot right there. And they give him some beef jerky, and he went off on his way. I mean, it's tough to film that though. The really talented crew working on that.
Thank you, Jack Link's beef jerky. Can we get a sponsorship?
Send us some jerky to eat on the podcast.
I mean, I'd be open to it. I mean, this could be our big break.
Yeah, please sponsor us. I'll send you a business email. Okay, did you see
Yeah.
Adele actually lost a bunch of weight? I'm looking at it right now.
Adele?
Yeah. And apparently, if you congratulate her, you hate fat people.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of stupid.
Like,
So
if
does
you're.
she like shame herself for losing weight?
Hold on, I'm looking at the article right now. Hold up. Let me pull it up. I'll have to edit out this dead air on the podcast, but.
So, Adele. Oh, she has.
Yeah, she's looking like a snack.
I mean, good for her. I mean, doesn't matter what you look like, but I mean, if she's proud of it, then who's to say
Yeah, good
anyone
for
else
her.
could
I mean,
be?
Is she
Like,
married?
yeah.
I
I
think
don't
Adele is
remember.
the perfect example of like you can make it in Hollywood or entertainment without having to be like super attractive. But now she made it, and now she is
so
super attractive.
Lady Gaga on Twitter said, "I'm calling my next album Adele."
We
Oh
back on Lady
no.
Gaga now.
So, well, what do you think about this? I mean, this is
Wait,
I
this
wait.
think
is
you're
interesting.
I think you're blatantly wrong about that,
I think
Amr.
you're lying, Almer.
No, she is literally
I'm
link it.
I'm I'm looking at Lady Gaga's upcoming album on Apple Music. Shout out Apple Music, by the way. And it says Lady Gaga's upcoming album is called Chromatica.
It's not called Adele, Almer. Where are you getting your news from? Nine
From like
gag, nine gag.
News, Music, Entertainment magazine.
But you're getting it from
It was a tweet. It was a tweet from her. Obviously, she wasn't
Nigeria.com.
serious, but it's kind of interesting, the two are connected.
this was a year ago, Amr. A year ago.
Yeah, but I
She
mean,
she tweeted this a year ago.
Jesus.
I
Amr.
think it could still happen.
This is maybe after her Lady Gaga's next album, but
I'm
not
waiting. I
now.
mean, I'm waiting for the Adele album. That's the only thing I'll listen to by her.
I mean,
I
rolling
don't
in the
really care
deep.
about anything else.
Do you think if Adele, since she lost all that weight, would you buy her fat?
Phil, what?
Somebody probably has already. The doctors probably like fought over it and stuff.
What do you mean? Like,
Like if she were to shave the fat off, would you
she
buy it?
definitely did it. She probably worked very hard to lose all that
I'm
weight.
sure I support her and I'm very proud of her for losing all that weight. But if she were if it worked like this, if it worked like please stop talking, Philip. Okay, all right, fine. I'll stop. I'll stop. I'm sorry.
Nah, someone's gonna find this and is not gonna be too happy. with you.
All right, fine. I think we have time for maybe one more question. Wow, very fat suctioning.
Yeah.
Should we
All right. Cut it. Cut it. All right. Anyways, Adele, you look great. You look great regardless. I
Yeah,
mean,
congratulations. You go, girl.
we love you. We support you.
Give us your fat. Donate it. Just kidding.
like, I don't really understand. Like, so this says while most of the comments on Adele's photo were positive and full of praise, others criticized the amount of attention that social media users and the media were giving to the singer's weight loss. I mean, if you're posting something about your weight loss, it's usually to show everyone all the hard work you've put in,
Yeah,
you
like,
know?
did you see Kumail Nanjiani? Is that his name? Did I say it
Kumail,
right?
yeah.
He
Yeah,
got like
he
super
looks amazing.
buffed. Yeah, he like I watched a video of what he does. He's super ripped now. He went from
Yeah,
like
he's shredded.
Silicon Valley
total
nerd
total nerd to
Yeah.
total Chad.
Like
to Indian stud.
he's gonna be in that next Marvel movie looking like a
No,
snack.
I'm about to eat him up so much.
Jesus.
I'm about to eat
But
Kumail up. Nice
anyways, I
Indian
mean,
food.
regardless, I mean, if you like the way you look, that's fine. But if you're working hard to lose weight and you're at showing yourself to the world and you get some praise, I mean, it's deserved.
Yeah, we love you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's all I have to say on that topic.
Very nice.
So Natalie Cristiano says, "What are y'all's opinions on gun control?"
I
What do you
like
guys have to say
guns.
about
I like guns.
what about gun control? He didn't ask your opinion, or she. Sorry,
This
she
is a
didn't
very
ask your opinion
controversial
on gun
topic
control.
It's a very controversial topic.
for the end of the podcast.
Yeah, what are you trying to do here? What are you trying to do here, Natalie?
Well, I think gun control is it's a very dangerous kind of thing. Once you start going on it, gets to the point where nobody can have guns, right? So
Yeah,
I'm not sure if taking the guns away is the way to fix the problems that we have in this country.
I definitely don't. I definitely think taking the guns away is the wrong approach. I don't think you should take people's guns away. But there has to be like a different way to solve this crisis.
I mean,
I
like
think it
just last week there was a mass shooting in Canada where that like rarely happens, and they went ahead and banned all assault rifles in Canada. I mean,
I don't think it was like all. I think it was a very vague term. Didn't you see that? I was looking at it.
assault style
It was
weapons.
like assault style weapons.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is. We do have a problem in this country. We have a lot of school shootings every year. Most of them don't even get covered.
I mean, thank you coronavirus for
Yeah.
halting the school
Stopping school
shootings.
shootings, yeah,
Yeah, thank
underrated.
you.
All right.
Honestly, yeah, very underrated. Coronavirus stopping school shootings. Very nice. Give it up.
Um,
Very cool.
military grade assault weapons have been banned. That's the term being used.
So, like, I think the biggest, the scariest thing about gun control is that allows the government to control the people much more. When you have an armed populace and the government does something you don't like, you can very easily take your guns, get together, take back the country.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the likelihood of that happening is now, but I think if the government did try to take guns away, we'd have a big problem with the majority of people.
Yeah, I definitely support gun rights, but I think some some organizations that represent gun rights aren't doing a very good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I really think the NRA is pretty
Like
corrupt.
NRA is very very corrupt.
I mean, yeah, like there's always the controversy about saying like you don't need assault style weapons to hunt or whatnot. I mean,
Yeah. But I
it's
mean,
very tough. But then
you
like
wanna have
you gotta
enough power to like kill a deer, right?
yeah, but you just need like a hunting rifle for that.
Yeah, I mean you're not gonna just
You're not gonna
mow it
hunt.
down with
You're not gonna hunt a deer with an AR-15
Exactly.
ever.
shoot it 15 times. Like,
Just like mow it down.
But like, I
jeez.
mean,
Just like get like a
I
turret on
could
your truck.
I can also see the side about people having it as like a hobby, like people that like to take them apart and clean them and
Yeah,
do
yeah. Like
Of
I
course.
know, I know many people that their hobby is
shooting
literally
ranges and
guns.
whatnot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually enjoy going to shooting ranges and shooting guns. It feels very like very godlike.
Yeah, feels
Godlike.
good.
Forced to kill again.
But I think also a problem is like a lot of these people that have the guns, it's their kids that do the shootings. The
Well, they're
kid
not.
didn't have access. They
Yeah,
didn't buy the weapon. They didn't. They got it from somebody else, which is so hard to control. I mean, how do you really account for that?
I mean it's so
I mean, you
easy. Like
can't.
even if like if you ban every gun everywhere, it still would be very easy to get a gun if you know the right
Yeah, I mean,
people.
It's
black
true.
market, like
It exists. I
it's
mean, it
probably
would
like
be even
underground
bigger.
gun trade
It'd
and
be
Exactly.
whatnot.
way
Yeah.
bigger. And how would you account? How would you take up all the guns from the people? I mean, are you just gonna
Yeah,
walk into their house, take the gun out of their hand? They're not gonna
yeah.
let you do
They're
that.
not gonna let you do
Take
that.
take it to like a place and just melt down all the guns. Like it's not gonna
Melt
happen.
on
But
the gold.
I mean, it's a very tough topic because I don't think
Very
anyone's gonna
controversial.
anytime soon is gonna come up with a solution to
Yeah,
stopping the violence.
agreed.
And I mean, I think arming teachers is idiotic. That doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense.
I think the most
Teachers
we
are
should
not.
arm them is with like a water gun or something. Maybe like a Nerf gun.
I think a Nerf gun is even those
Maybe
things
a little
can
much.
go pretty fat.
Yeah. Someone
Uh,
read Natalie Christiana's question.
uh, did y'all know that the Outer Banks show was going to be filmed in North Carolina, but Netflix wouldn't allow it because of the bathroom laws? Another controversial topic on this
Jeez, Natalie Cristiano.
never-ending never-ending podcast.
Jeez, I think we'll have to save some of this for next week.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to wrap it up pretty soon. But
Our
do you
Thank
guys
y'all
want?
for tuning in today.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for everybody that's watching. And
Yeah, we went off on a lot of tangents here. Check
I
us out
I, I
on.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed the discussion. Do the podcast every day.
Well,
I don't know if we can do the podcast every day.
mm,
You can come on the
yeah,
podcast if you want, Natalie Cristiano, because
yeah.
like you're my girlfriend
It's
and
yeah, we
stuff.
could use a woman. We could use a woman presence on here.
Yeah, if we can get the
it's
female viewership up, that'd be nice.
we can't have the podcast being
Yeah,
saturated. Sorry.
we
So
pay women and men equal pay. Very nice.
equal pay of $0.
Equal pay of $0. Donate. Check us out on we are live every Wednesday at twitch.tv/the Secret Chat Podcast. Check us out
Check
on Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcasts.
as well
YouTube as
as
well.
Instagram and
Yeah,
Twitter.
follow us on Instagram and Twitter and all that jazz. Very nice. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.